Welcome back to another 7 Days to Die, day 15. So yesterday we had a pretty successful Horde Night using this building here, and it works really good having a ladder within your Horde base. I'm thinking about implementing something like that in my final Horde base design at the end of this series. I never really used a ladder before for a Horde base, but that works really well. But today, day 15, we will be moving out of the Burnt Biome into the Desert Biome. And we'll need to go back to our base and start packing up some of our stuff. Let me take care of this injury I have here and also the thirst issue. Then we'll take all our loot here back to our base, organize it, and then take all the stuff that we'll need for the Desert Biome and take that with us, and we'll head over to the desert. So we'll want to take a few things with us, like for example this dew collector. We'll take that with us. And I was thinking about taking the bicycle or the mini bike parts. Probably we'll leave that behind because we got limited space. Let's drop all this stuff off. Okay, finally organized everything. So now we need to figure out what we want to take with us for our first run to the desert. We definitely can't take everything with us that's in this base. We can only take just the basics for now, and then we'll make a second trip back and gather up the rest of the stuff here. So we definitely want to grab enough medicine, just in case we get injured out there. So I'll make sure we keep some first aid. 2 should be enough. We'll bring cast with us, some stitch. Actually, a first aid kit will stitch us up. We can leave that behind. Maybe some vitamins. Keep in mind, you could always find a lot of this stuff at the trader as well. And then some honey. So that's it for our medical. And then we want to make sure we have plenty of food. We don't want to be running out of food out there. Actually, let's cook some more of this food up. We got plenty of meat. Put this on. Get this cooking a while we organize everything. That should be 11 minutes. Okay, that's plenty. So that should be enough food for us. And then we also want plenty of drink. And then also, let's bring some coffee. So, heading over to the desert on the bike, we could use the coffee to regain some stamina if we run out of it. So that'd be good to have on us. And then also, do we have any drinks in here? Yes. So make sure we have plenty of drinks since we're going to be in the desert. That should be enough. And then also, another thing I noticed is for the badge that we need, or I keep calling it a badge, but it's actually a mask that we need to create. We need to gather these items to create desert gear. And then also, we need to craft these drinks here. Or this tonic. So, Sunstroke Tonic. So we should make sure we have enough materials for that before we head over. So we'll need mushrooms. And then some water. We have plenty of water. And do we have any mushrooms? Yes. We'll actually gather some more mushrooms while we're heading over there to the desert biome. The more the better. So it'd be nice if we could make actually 6 tonics. And also, what else do we need for that? We need oil shell. Do we have oil shell here? Yes. We have some oil shell. Keep in mind we can mine more of that in the desert. But that's plenty. And then all we need now is aloe leaves. And we'll gather all that in the desert. Also, if we gather oil shell and there's leaves, that should accomplish a challenge here, I think. So here we need to mine oil shell anyways. And then also gather or harvest aloe leaves. We need to gather 5 of them. So we'll gather all them in the desert. And then also we need to find some shelter here as well. So I was wondering about this. Like when you find shelter within the trader, you recover, your health recovers. I wonder if that works inside of buildings, any structure. So we'll try that out. We'll go to a structure and see if we heal or if we're affected by the desert biome at all. We'll check out that as well. So that's the first thing we'll do is we'll find a structure within the desert biome. Now to craft this desert gear, we need to create a lens, gather a lens. Let's see here. So lens doesn't mean these. We have enough material for that, so we need 62 for each one. Wow. Let's see here. We have the sand. And we should have the clay in here. We do. So can we craft that? Oh, you need a workstation to craft that too. Okay. Oh, so you need to craft that inside of here. Okay. Turn that on. And then let's see if we could craft a lens. So you need to have 62 in the forge. Okay, we'll give that a minute and see if we could craft 2 lenses. That's a good thing we checked that because we wouldn't have a forge at the beginning in the desert biome. So that's a good thing we checked that. And then also, what else do you need to craft that? Let's see here. So to craft a desert gear, you need 2 lenses. You need to gather some leather. Do we have leather? Yep. And then cloth, plastic, and a crafting kit. Let's actually look that up here. So desert gear, we'll track that. We need 20 cloth. Plastic, we have plenty of that, and also a crafting kit. So to create a crafting kit, duct tape, sewing kit, and armor parts. And we have plenty of all of them. So I know we have the armor parts here. And duct tape. And we should be able to craft that. Great. Now if we look back in here again, let's see. So all we need is the 2 lenses and we could craft that. That'd be great. Craft 1. Wow, they take 30 seconds each. And then we need a little bit more sand to cook up. Okay, and we can craft the second one. I wonder, can we craft it without completing the rest of the job? Let's see here. All right. Okay, so you need to accomplish all the challenges before you could craft this mask. But I'll make sure we keep all this stuff on us so we can craft it. So we need to complete the rest of these. Oh. No. Okay, never mind. Alright, let's see. No, so you must accomplish all the challenges. Okay, before you could build it. Well, that's good to know. At least we have the stuff on us now. So, anything else we'll need? We'll probably need some more bullets. Because we're going to be out there for a long time. We won't be back here for a few days to get the rest of our stuff. So just make sure we have enough bullets. I'll put this stuff down here. And I think that's everything we're going to need for now. So we'll start heading over. Oh, and also let's grab some of these lights too. For our new base that we'll be building over there. Alright. And then also one more thing. Let's bring the dew collector. It's not going to be doing any good just sitting here. Alright, and then I'll drop this murky water off. We don't need that. Keep the coffee on us so we don't actually drink the murky water. Okay. And we have this. I'll make sure I put that up here so we can see it. And that's it. So now we'll head over to the trader and open up a new route to the desert biome.
Sorry for my foul mood. My coffee maker's on the fritz again.
Okay, let's see. Got any special jobs? Open a trade route. That is a long distance away.
I would love to give you a job.
And it is the desert biome. Okay, that's what we want.
If you finish 2 more jobs this week, I'll give you Employee of the Month.
So let's see. Southeast. And wow, that is really far away. Yeah, that's going to take a few hours to travel all the way out there. But I do remember the desert being over in this direction because I could see it from the forest biome. When we were doing jobs down here, you could see the desert off in the distance. I didn't realize it was that far away though. And that's another thing that worries me is how far inland inside of the desert biome is the trader. Because we only have 3 minutes at a time and we don't have any tonics to drink before we go into the biome. So that is going to be an interesting challenge. We'll see. So let's get to the desert biome and see if we can knock out some of these challenges before we go all the way inland into the desert biome. So let's start heading over. Yeah, we'll grab mushrooms along the way. Hopefully we get up to maybe 30 of them. Then we could create like six drinks. Okay, we're right on the border of the desert biome. So now when we enter the desert biome, we should start seeing the effects. And we are. So we have 3 minutes. And we got an achievement for entering the desert biome. So one thing I'm wondering is if we find a structure, could we take cover in that structure and reset our health down at the bottom left corner? So we'll keep an eye out for a structure because I remember when we went inside of a trader's base, we recovered. And I'm wondering if the same will happen if we go into a building. So hopefully we can find a building within the next minute. If not, we'll need to turn back and go back to the burnt biome. I took off my gear because it was kind of heavy and I think that was slowing me down. Okay, we are a minute in. I need to find a structure right away. There's a driveway here. That looks like a cave though. Oh, there's a building up on the hill up there. Can we get there? Oh, there's another one over here. Can we go down there? If not, I'm going to have to turn around and head back. Okay, does this work? Wait, what happened? Let's see here. Does this... So, okay, I got an achievement for entering a building. And also, if you look at the bottom left corner, so it does work. If you go into any structure, you immediately start recovering. Oh, that's great because there's no way we could have made it to the trader. Because if you look at the map, it's pretty far away. Let's take care of this company we have out here. Oh, what the heck? Wow. Oh, so those things slow you down. Okay. Let's get some shelter. Bottleneck them. Man, this place is very busy. Oh my god. Okay. So what is this? A desert zombie. Alright, so now we are infected. 6%. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and take that, even though that won't totally heal us. So honey will only heal you up to 5%. Oh, there's medicine in here too. Can we use this? Maybe that'll take care of this issue down here. Yes. Great. Man, there's a lot of zombies around here. Holy hell. Ooh. That's good. There's another one. Oh. One more and we could craft a mini bike. Alright, any other... Wow, this is a score here. What's this? Ugh. Don't look good. Okay. I'll take it. Wow. All right. Great. We should make sure we're not over encumbered here. Maybe I could drop the gas. Don't want to drop the mushrooms, but need to. Yeah. Maybe we keep that. Drop the paper, drop the bones, and drop this. Yeah, don't want to be encumbered right now when I'm heading into the desert. Okay, are we fully recovered? Yes, we got 3 minutes. So that is good to know that we could use a structure to recover. So we still have a pretty good distance over to the trader, so we have to keep an eye out for another building that we could recover in before we get to the trader. Okay, coming upon the town here. So it looks like the trader is off over here. I don't know if we'll make it there in time. We only have a minute left. We'll have to find a place to take shelter. Let's see. Before we get to the trader. Yeah, we only have a minute. Maybe we could take shelter in this barn here, maybe? Let's see, is there like an opening? Ooh, let's see. Would this work? Does this have a roof? Yes, it does. Yep, that works. Oh, that's great. So we just hang out here for a minute. Okay, we fully recovered. Back on the road again. So this looks like a small town inside of the desert. It doesn't look like the big main city. That does look pretty large over there, though. So it does look like a big city, actually. We'll find out shortly, though. So let's introduce ourselves to the trader, and then we'll set up shop somewhere. Find a place to live for the night. So we should achieve this objective by introducing ourselves to the trader. So Trader Bob.
So what can I do for you this evening?
Hello,
Well, now
Trader
you can
Bob.
strut sitting down.
And we
Good
get our
job.
reward. Let's go with the magazines. And what
Here's
do you
what I
have
got.
in your inventory? Wow. He has a crucible. We might go after that eventually. I was hoping he would be selling a mini bike. That would be pretty nice.
Well, you're lower than a snake's belly in a wagon rut.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Electrical. Handyland. And then tech. Okay. All right, let's find a place to live. Oh, also we can loot this place. That's another thing. Maybe find some Forge Ahead magazines. Yep. Nice. Maybe one over here. Oh, that's great. 34. At this rate, like we can make a cement mixer now, but at this rate, we'd probably be able to create a chemistry station pretty soon. Yeah, those desert zombies, they're brutal. Wow. Where's he at anyways? I could hear him beating on the wall. All right. Let's head back in. We'll recover. Oh, before that, though, we'll check this. See if we get another magazine. Okay. So we'll head back inside. We'll recover for a little bit. Okay. What is that? So I know we get an achievement for killing zombies. I have to check that because we took out a couple zombies since we've been here. But let's find a place. We're running out of time. 1900. We should also put down a bedroll just in case we die. Let's see. We could take over this building here. Or maybe just the garage. Let's see. Does this garage work as a shelter? It should. Alright, and do we... Yes, we recovered. Great. This would be pretty good for our temporary home. Let's put down some storage. We got somebody at the door already. What the heck? Where did he come from? Oh. Okay. Put some lights in this place. We'll really build this place out pretty soon. Awesome. Let's set up a bedroll just in case we die. Yeah, and this heavy armor is really slowing me down. Let's see here. Let's drop that off, actually. We'll just have to risk it. Yeah, that is like killing me. I need the light, though. Let's drop this off. We could actually create some new armor. Primitive armor. A hood. Nice. Okay. And then we'll modify that. We'll put this on there. Complete. Where? Alright, and then we should have a light. Awesome. We have 2 minutes. And, uh-oh. Ooh, the knives work pretty good on them. So what are these? These are... did we get credit for that? Let's see here. So, kill plague. Those are the plague spitter zombies. And we already took out 4 of them. We need to just take out 1 and we can accomplish this. Also, we need to keep an eye out for oil shell as well. So... let's run back to the base. We'll recover again. Oh, there's another aloe. And then we'll get some food. We'll make sure we bring our oil shell with us. Great. So we need 1 more aloe, and then we could craft that tonic. Put in it. Ooh, there's another one. Okay. Let's see if we could craft that tonic. And we can. And how long will this take? 2 minutes. And we actually have 2 minutes out here, so we should be able to complete creating that while we're out here, so we don't have to go back to the base right away. So another thing we want to keep an eye out for is oil shell. We need to mine oil shell. Whoa. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we just crafted our tonic. Okay, let's Let's see if we could drink that. And then we should accomplish that as well. All right. Okay. So we got 5 minutes. We need some aloe plants here. So we craft another one. They're really hard to see, those aloe plants. Yeah, and also I'm not seeing any oil shell anywhere. I do remember seeing it coming into town, though. Oh. Oh, yeah. We gotta make sure we're close to base. We don't want to go too far out. Can we make another tonic? We have... Yes. Okay, we should be able to have that crafted within a couple minutes. So we don't have to head back. Oh, here we go. Found it. So how much do we need? We need, to achieve this challenge, we need 250, and we got 14. Okay, we achieved it. I'll just go ahead and finish this off. Okay, and also we have 46 seconds left, and we have 12 on that, so we need to drink that right away. So let's start heading back. Got zombies chasing us everywhere. So the base is back here. And our tonic should be ready. Great. That should buy us another 5 minutes. Alright, we're back. That's another thing. Let's take all the stuff out of there. Okay, that was crazy. So now we... Oh, we got someone at the door again. Alright. Oh, we achieved that objective. Let's put this by the door, by the way. This will keep him busy. Okay, let's see if we achieved all of our objectives. Yes. And then we should be allowed to create this desert gear after we redeem all these, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked when we were doing the smoke gear. Okay. Okay. Now can we craft that? Yes. Okay. So once we craft that, then we will be immune to the desert. We won't get sick anymore. Let's clean this all up. Okay. Also, can we make a campfire? Do we have the stones for that? Yes. Okay, there it is. Might as well place the campfire. We'll start working on a forge pretty soon. Yeah, we'll need a cooking pot. We're running low on food. But now, if we wear this... We are getting sick out here. So we will place that. And we are now immune to the desert biome, and we knocked that out, all that out in one day. So that's pretty good. And then if we look at what we're wearing, we should see it right there. So now we're immune to the desert biome, and then also the burnt biome. But that was a pretty successful day. First day in the desert. So tomorrow we'll try to knock out some jobs for the new trader. And then maybe make a trip back and gather up some more resources from our old base. I don't want zombies. Man, they're brutal. Let's repair this door. Before we sign off, let's take a look at what we accomplished today. So if we look at our challenges, we met Trader Bob, so we achieved that. We'll accept that. And then we also opened up a new biome, the Desert Biome. So we achieved that, we'll redeem that. And that's pretty much it. And then also the desert survival, we wiped all that out. We took care of all that. So next will be the snow. We'll probably do that one in several days from now. Like after day 21, I think, after that horde. But that's pretty much it. And then our points, we have 3 to redeem. Let's try dropping that into fortitude. And we probably could drop another point into number 7. And then we could go with machine gunner. Right there. The next one we'll drop it into is the brawler. And that's pretty much it for day 15. So in day 16, we'll probably knock out a few jobs for the trader and see if we can level up to level 4 or tier 4 jobs. So I'll see you then.